Okay. Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night.
Get him in your lineups. Get him in there. And let's go get this money.
Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. Yo, what's going on? What's happening? This is the big homie, man, the DFS Jerusalem, and of course, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. My apologies, man. The first run of the show kind of went awry as I was fumbling around with some new formats and trying to get things a little more crisp and clean for you. Got the YouTube chat jumping off right here, so I can always get to the homies and see what they're talking about. Yo, what's happening, man? Loose Screw in the house, Letherial Robinson. See, now all you guys are gonna be famous because I got you. The chat is popping. You're in there, okay? So much love to everybody that's joining me inside of the stream. Shout out to the homies over at Wise Take. They are also live at this very moment. Gun could be coming up in just a moment. And yo, and it's crazy because it's gonna get like this again. I remember during baseball season when everybody gets excited, and you wait till the end of the slate, and you're gonna see me on. You're gonna see Gun on. You're gonna see. I think Cam is probably gonna do a little bit more longer videos during baseball season. So it is about to get crunk. It is about to get crunk, man. So shout out to everybody that is burning the midnight oil and they're out and up with me. I've got you guys opened up in the chat, so I can definitely chop it up, and you can chop it up with each other and see exactly how things are going on. Holla at me, man. If you want to call in to the show, I believe you can do that. MurraySimmons95@gmail.com, and if you want to hop in the hangout or something, and I'm trying to bring a new flavor to the show, man. We're gonna set it off and get it done right. So we're gonna go with our regular formatting of the show. The first thing that I want to do is hop into our feature for Players of the Night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. First guy we're going to talk about is the big homie. Who that scored all them points over there played tonight? It's going to go to Bam Adebayo. Okay, Bam plays some center for the Miami Heat, and it was thought today that power forward was the place to attack the Miami Heat today. That's something that we all talked about in the shop. And I'm going to tell you, man, Bam kind of slipped by me. Once the Kelly Olynyk news came out, and I knew I did not want to play that motherfucker, I just left the power forward's position alone completely for the Miami Heat. Now, what I did do was I did load up on power forwards from the Laker game, from the Lakers side of this game. So I was pretty good with that. But Bam, man, went out and had a really great game. In 30 minutes, 15 points. Also had 10 rebounds, 1 assist, a couple of block shots, 1 turnover. Very solid game for the homie Bam Adebayo. The next guy we're going to talk about is the who that scoring. Excuse me. Is the how did I miss that play tonight? This is how did I miss that play. This is going to Isaiah Thomas for the same game, and I'm gonna tell you how I missed that, man. I didn't love Lonzo. I didn't love Isaiah Thomas. I had a little bit of Lonzo. Had absolutely no IT2, and I really felt like I felt like he could be a solid play, but on a 4-game slate with me not just playing a bunch of lineups, you know, it was what it was. It just was what it was. So Isaiah Thomas went out and dropped 44 points in 30 minutes. He had 29 real life points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 3-point shots. Like you need him to do that in order to get to get those that type of point total. So awesome game for Isaiah Thomas. Now the heat check player tonight can only go to one cat. This is Karl Anthony Towns. Balled out, man, in 41 minutes, 68 points. Okay, 34 points and 17 boards. An assist, 3 blocks, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Awesome game. Awesome game from the homie, Karl Anthony Towns, and he is definitely the heat check play tonight. Now we must discuss that one motherfucker. I am not playing music for this dude. 8K for Hassan Whiteside. He went out and just stunk up the joint. Only played 18 minutes. If you played him, my apologies to you. It just sucked. He was bad, man. He was just bad and didn't play a lot of minutes. And that's what actually made way for Bam Adebayo to come in and do exactly what he did. So I'm not even gonna play music for this dude, man. It just he's so up and down, so hit or miss, so hard to gauge. It is always tough to gauge this dude, man. It's always tough. It is always tough. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's slate. I'm gonna do a quick overview of it, kind of give you a look at what's going on and see what the natty tailies are. So we open it up with the Detroit Pistons and the Orlando Magic. We've got Charlotte, Philadelphia. Looks like a solid game. Then we got Golden State and Atlanta Hawks, which can be a sneaky game that I don't think people are going to want to pay attention to. We've got Toronto and the Washington Wizards. And this is like the third time in 5 days, I think, that the Wizards have been on nationally televised games. And this game is in Washington, so this is going to be a good game. And you're going to be surprised at the guys who I'm looking at in this spot. Then we've got Dallas and Chicago. The Bulls at the crib defending that one. Then we've got Denver and the Memphis Grizzlies. There's some injury information that we gotta have in terms of the Memphis Grizzlies guard situation. Then we've got Milwaukee at home against the Indiana Pacers. That's going to be another good game, something that we can definitely rock with. We've got the Phoenix Suns hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that can go so many different ways, bro. Because you hate to waste a Westbrook play, and he doesn't play much in the fourth quarter. You hate that, but you also would hate to for the Suns to put up a fight like they've been doing the last couple of games. So then we've got Minnesota and the Utah Jazz, which is going to be the evening game. Minnesota, the second game in 2 nights, both games nationally televised. You just saw the homie play 41 minutes last night. I mean, he's a young kid. I mean, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I don't think it'll be a huge deal. Some of the younger Minnesota guys playing again, like Wiggins and T. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, but it's something to look at. And of course, the Jazz have defended home court there. And then you've got my New York Knicks, who are probably going to stank up the joint, playing against the Clippers here. So both of those teams are so bad. Both of those teams are so bad that there could be some solid gems, some solid late night hammers in that game. I know Trey Burke is going to be on the tip of a lot of folks' tongues. Pause. When it comes to this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the slate, man. First things first, let's go ahead and jump to the first game on the slate. We're going to be rocking with RotoQL, man. I absolutely love RotoQL, one of my favorite DFS tools. And I got to tell you, Yahoo is popping. I got to tell you that Yahoo is popping. There is a link in the description to this video that can help you to get over to Yahoo, man. Yahoo is popping, bro. Get with it. Yahoo is really popping. So go hit that up, jump in, man, and let us chop this thing up. First game we got is gonna be the Detroit Pistons going to Orlando to take on the Magic. This would have been great if Tobias Harris was still playing with Detroit, but he's with the Clippers. But this is a nice one. And Andre Drummond, I'm gonna tell you right now, at 9.9, Andre Drummond is right now my favorite play on the slate. I absolutely love Andre Drummond. I would call him an easy lock for 50 points with 60, 70 point upside. Like, this dude can have a huge 20 on. Like, I'm telling you, bro. I absolutely love Andre Drummond today. Love him. At 9.9, I think is a fair play. Blake Griffin has not been playing very well recently, and I want to take a look at this, man. Just to give you a quick look at why Drummond is a guy who I really think we can use. Okay, let's take a look. Let's go to center. Yeah. Let's take a look at why I really like Drummond. Look at that. Orlando is the worst team in the league against centers over the last 5 games. Over the last 10, they get up 43.5 points. So they've gotten considerably worse over the last 5 games, and we've seen Vooch come back for a few of those and play solid minutes. They're giving up 25 and 16, a huge double-double here. And I think that, Blake being so cheap is going to garner some ownership. I think people are going to look at this game and play more so Blake on a 10-game slate than they will play Drummond. I absolutely love Andre Drummond here. He's one of my favorite plays on the slate. On the other side, I do like quite a few of the Orlando people. I think Vucevic is in play at 7.6. We have seen centers pop off against the Detroit Pistons. Aaron Gordon is a guy that I really like. Power forward has been a thing. Power forward has been a thing against the Detroit Pistons, and I thought it was just because of how bad Tobias Harris played, but then you keep it going, and Blake Griffin has not been playing very good defense on the ball either. So if you got, an equally athletic four that can put the ball on the floor and pull up and take that mid-range to deep jump shot, Aaron Gordon, definitely a guy I think you can use. Definitely, I think you can use him. They've also struggled against shooting guards, which brings me to Evan Fournier is another guy who I like at 5.7. I think the Orlando, on a smaller slate, Orlando could be straight up stackable. You know what I'm saying? Now, point guard against the Detroit Pistons has been a thing as well. And, while I don't love the DJ Augustine play, I think Shelvin Mack as a cheap salary-saving option is a guy that you could use. We saw him I think he played like almost 30 minutes, or 21 minutes, 21 minutes last time at 3.9 and ended up scoring 23 points. That was decent. Let's take a look at Augustine. I want to see what he's done minutes-wise over the last few, because he's played less minutes. Okay. Last time against Toronto, he had in 29 minutes, he had 25. In 34 minutes against Oklahoma City, he had 33. So maybe Augustine could be in play as well. Yeah, point guard, man. Okay. I really like the Orlando side of this game. It's just, and I know there's some good shit is gonna come from Detroit. I know like your Reggie Bullock is a guy that you may be able to take a look at. I know James Ennis is a guy at 3.5 that may be solid. But it was tough for me the last time out against Toronto. I think I wanted to play some of those wing guys, and I just didn't do it. But definitely a lot I like about this game. It's the first game, 213.5 point total, and of course you've got the Orlando Magic, the home dog, getting 3 points in this matchup. So let's take a look on FanDuel and see how the prices compare. Drummond is 10.5. Okay, Blake is 7.4. That's still fairly cheap. Actually, yeah, that's still cheap. That is still cheap. What is this price on DraftKings, Blake? On DraftKings? Because if it's like this, he's 7.4 in DK and he's 7.4 in FanDuel. So I would definitely give him a big look on FanDuel. I would definitely give Blake a big look on FanDuel. Definitely. Then we've got Vooch is 7.5. He is 7.6 on DraftKings, 7.5 on FanDuel. I'd give that a look. AG is 7.7. Fournier 5.8. Augustine is 4.9. Hazonia, I kind of like. This is a good game. This is a good game. Yeah. This is a good game. Next game we got is going to be the Charlotte Hornets going to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. Your small forward or just wing guys in general is a huge thing here. Okay, because you look at Nicholas Batum at 6.5 is going to be playing some shooting guard and some small forward. Steve Smith, what's up, big homie? Yeah, man, Batum is jumping off to me, really jumping off to me. Now we get Kemba Walker in a decent matchup, priced at 7.8. I wouldn't have an issue against that. I mean, last time against Boston, he had a decent game, and Boston is a way better defensive team than the Philadelphia 76ers. He only had 32 against them in 25 minutes. I'm sure he's going to play more minutes, probably upwards of 30 plus. Against Philadelphia, and they're on a back-to-back, so I wouldn't have a major issue if you wanted to. But if you had to play Kemba Walker, I would not, talk you against it. Then, of course, you've got Jeremy Lamb off on the bench at 5.1. That could be a solid play, and a lot of that is going to depend on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. If MKG doesn't go, then that's definitely going to make way for your Jeremy Lamb, for your Frank Kaminsky, those guys off of the bench. On the other side, not a big fan of Joel Embiid. I do like Ben Simmons here. The reason why I like Ben Simmons is because he's not going to guard Kemba. He's probably going to guard, Batum, maybe Marvin Williams or MKG, guys like that. If MKG does play, So I think that's gonna leave him on the court a lot in order to defend. This team is on a back-to-back. Joel Embiid, he's playing back-to-back, but has he? Did we ever see him get like on a back-to-back? Do we see him get like full minutes on back-to-backs? I wanna check on that and see like to the last time he played a back-to-back. Okay, the 2-3. Did he get full minutes? Yeah, he got 34 and 31 in that back-to-back. All right, what's another one? Because I think that was the only one he played. He doesn't play much back to backs. He doesn't play much of them. Okay. All right. But I'm still not on him. I just don't like to play bigs against Dwight Howard. He's so active, bro. I don't like to play bigs. And then the same thing kind of goes for Dwight Howard. Like Joel Embiid is so active around the basket. Two early fouls from one of them and you're fucked. So I don't want to play bigs in this game at all. Robert Covington, 4.8. The Charlotte Hornets is the worst team in the league. They are the worst team in the league against small forwards. Well, excuse me, the second worst team. Atlanta Hawks are the worst. Over the last 5 games, they've been up 57.8 to that position. 29 and 10 is what they give up. So that's definitely going to put Robert Covington in play for me. That's also going to put Ben Simmons in play for me because he can slide over and play some of those small forward to power forward minutes. I do like that. He almost triple doubled. Ben Simmons almost triple doubled last night. I want to look and see if they've played the Hornets yet and see what he's done. But they haven't played him yet this year. They haven't played him yet. So this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good game. Ben Simmons, Robert Covington, both guys I like. Maybe some TJ McConnell at 4K. That's as tough as I can get on this one. We're going to go over to FanDuel and have a look and see what the price points are. Kimba is at 7.8, so of course that is still going to be usable, easy. Dwight 7.5. Ooh, Batum is 7.3. I like that. I like you got to pay up for him some. I like that. Marvin Williams at 3.8. I like that. He's cheaper. That is usable. Power forward can get off. Power forwards can get off against Philadelphia. Embiid is 10.7. Ben Simmons is 8.9. That's going to be playable. Sark is 7.1. Covington, yes, 5.2. I like Covington on FanDuel, bro. I like Covington on FanDuel. And you get TJ McConnell again at 3.9. Yo, I like Covington on FanDuel. That's nice. Next game we got is going to be the Golden State Warriors going to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. And I got to be honest with you, man. Dennis Schroeder is in a very good spot at 6.6. I really saw that price point. Should be out there no matter if the game blows out or not. Should give us at least 3 solid quarters. Be able to get us 30-plus points on a 10-game slate. That's going to come in handy. A guy in a spot is going to get you 30 to 40 points. And who knows, man? The Hawks are at home. They could put up a little fight here, and we see a solid game. Or they could just get blown out. Who knows? Let's take a look. I want to see what he's done against them in the past. So I think him and Curry have had some decent games. Okay, 36 and 38 in the 2 games he played against them last year. 24 and 34 minutes. Yo, Shooter is not bad in this spot, bro. And I'm gonna show you point guards here, and you look at it. Golden State, man, they give it up to point guards. They give it up. Out of all the teams on the slate, you've got the Grizzlies #1, Nuggets, Pacers. They give it up, bro. They literally give it up to point guards. And then okay, see now your shit is coming out. Now you making sense. Now you bringing everything to the forefront. Well, Mo, if the game is probably gonna blow out, they give it up to the point guard position, not just to Dennis Schroeder, but to the point guard position. There's a kid named Isaiah Taylor who they love to get minutes to in blowouts. 4.1, that could be somebody you might want to take a look at. That you could take a look at him. So I'm going to highlight Isaiah Taylor. I'm going to highlight Dennis Schroeder. And they do give it up to center, so Dwayne Dedmon could be in play at 5.3. Not a big fan of Kent Bazemore or even Taurean Prince. But we do know that the Atlanta Hawks do give it up. They give it up to small forwards above all else. And that's Kevin Durant territory at 10.2. I think against power forwards, they have been struggling. 7.7 is good for Draymond Green, and then 6.7 for Klay Thompson is also pretty solid. I think that they do give it up to shooting guards as well. So Klay definitely a guy that's going to be in play here. Let's go take a look over on FanDuel. Yo, y'all getting gems, bro. Like, I'm giving it to you right now. KD 10.2 priced up. Draymond 8-1. Clay 6-5. Clay is cheaper at 6-5. I kind of like that. Bam. Dennis Schroeder 7.1. He's 500 more. Bays 5-6. Don't love that. Collins 6-3. Isaiah Taylor's 3-9. Deadman is 5.8. That could be usable. Durant hasn't really been popping last 3 games. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, man. Let's take a look. Now 10.2 is a lot to pay for him on FanDuel too. Take a look. Early this season, well, last season he hit 48.3. Okay, the last time he hit value was that 69-point game against Portland where he played 37 minutes. Now he was in line to wreck the other night against the Washington Wizards, but he just did not. I mean, he had a decent game, but he didn't wreck shop the way he should have, scoring 42 points. So, yeah. Next game we got, it's going to be the Dallas Mavericks going to Chicago. And you'd be surprised to know, man, that this team really doesn't struggle in a lot of places. Talking about the Dallas Mavericks, man, they really don't. They don't struggle in a lot of places. I know that center is a place where you can definitely attack them. But you look at it, do you want to use Cristiano Felicio to attack the Dallas Mavericks here on the road? You could. I wouldn't love it. Bobby Portis could also be another guy that you use at 6.5. They do struggle some on the wing. They do struggle some on the wing. So you look at, Zach LaVine, and then the fact that Chris Dunn is going to be matched up with with Dennis Smith Jr. That could be a possible play. But my favorite play from this game is actually Dwight Powell. I really like Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell is my favorite play from this game. He's 6.1 on DraftKings. The price is a little bit up there, but for what he's been doing recently and for what he means to this team and in the matchup, I'll show you, man. Let's go look. Let's go look at what happens. Chicago Bulls, man, give it up 55.3 to centers over the last 5 games, 24 and 12 boards there. So definitely think that Dwight Powell is a guy who nobody's gonna really be on, and I like him. I like him. He's one of my favorite plays from this game. So let's take. I hope if he's cheaper on FanDuel, he's gonna be in my FanDuel lineup. Let's just hope he's cheaper. Oh, 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 Dwight Powell. Dirk is old as fuck, and it's cool. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem if you play him. I wouldn't have a problem. I would not have a problem. But if to me, Dirk is in play if he's the 5. If Dirk is the 5 and there's another guy, and they got Harrison Barnes at the 4, then that Dirk is cool. But if Dirk is on the court and there's like a young, athletic guy, like if Dwight Powell is starting, I would rather play Dwight Powell, especially in a matchup like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a matchup like this. I would play Powell. If Powell was coming off of the bench, yeah, Dirk, of course, would be in play. But if Powell is starting, like as he has been over the last few, bro, like that's who I am going to. And on FanDuel, he is 5.6. Look at this shit, bro. Just take a look at what he's been doing, man. This is over the last like 10 games, okay? And 42, 27, 25, 19, 31, 33, 33, 34, 27, 31. Like the dude has been balling. The dude has been getting it in. So I really like it, and he's still priced cheaper. Cheaply. He's less on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. That's value. That's instant value. So definitely a guy that I am going to be targeting. Definitely a guy I'm going to be targeting. So give me that. Dwight Powell. Wesley Matthews. I don't love that. I think that, David Nwaba at 4.8 is a guy that you can look to. I'm not a big fan of marketing. Chris Dunn at 6.7. Yeah, he's cheap enough on FanDuel where he is playable. Bobby Portis is 6.6. Yeah, I like a little bit of that. Wouldn't have an issue. But Powell is my guy on FanDuel. At power forward, love him. Love him. Next game, you guys, going to be the Denver Nuggets going to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies at the Grindhouse. And right off top, man, Jamal Murray, one of my favorite point guard players on the slate, 6.5, very solid price for him. Andrew Harrison also in a very good spot. The problem is he is a game time decision. It's an arm thing he's dealing with. It's not like a knee or a leg. It's a wrist. He is questionable for Friday's matchup due to the right wrist injury. So I'm not gonna say that's gonna take him off of the shelf for me. But if I had to choose a point guard from this game, Jamal Murray is the way I would go. This team, the Memphis Grizzlies, also give it up to shooting guards, so that's gonna put Gary Harris in play for me. Actually, the Memphis Grizzlies give it up to everybody. The Memphis Grizzlies give it up to everybody. So Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Will Barton, Wilson Chandler, all of those guys, even Paul Millsap, all of those guys are gonna be in play for me. The Denver does really get. I don't like Jokic. I don't like Jokic today. I'm not on Jokic. Lawrence Johnson says lock in Chalmers. Yeah, now if Andrew Harrison can't go, you gotta play Chalmers. If Andrew Harrison can't go for some reason and Chalmers is starting, bro, lock him fucking in. He's gonna be in damn near every lineup I make. Talk about Mario Chalmers. I love Gasol at 7.9. Very solid play. If I'm choosing between Gasol and Jokic, I'm just gonna play Gasol here. Dylan Brooks is highlighted because the Denver Nuggets do get up the shooting guards, but I'm not sure if he's a guy that I can like. We can only play for Mo. Yeah, well, and I just highlight everybody that I think is in a good spot, and that's my pool of players. Of course, I shrink it down, man. Once we get into the line drive at 5:30, we chop that up. I definitely shrink the player pool down, but these are the guys that I like a lot. Let's go take a look on FanDuel and see if there's any value to be had. Here, let's take a look. Jokic is 9.6. He's 100 cheaper. Harris 6.7. Will Barton 7.8. Jamal Murray 6.9. So you're not really getting a discount on most of these cats. You're really not. Gasol 8.5. You're paying up some for him. JaMychal Green 6.1. Harrison 7K. Yeah, you're not really getting a discount. Mario Chalmers is minimum salary though. I think I think Mario Chalmers is in play on FanDuel regardless if Harrison plays or not. He should play a lot of minutes, and he's minimum salary, so he's in play for me regardless. Uh, let's just say we got it's gonna be Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. There's no total here. This should be a popular game, man. And you see, I've got so many cats from the Indiana Pacers lit up, man, because I really like a lot of these dudes, man. Not to stack, but if I'm making a lineup, there's a good chance I'm gonna have one of these guys in every lineup that I do make. Vic Oladipo's in a very solid spot at 8.9. I wouldn't have any issue playing him. Miles Turner at 6.6 is in a good spot. You look at Thaddeus Young, yo, I really like Thad Young, man. You look at Milwaukee Bucks and I think it's what they give up to power forwards that's really standing out to me. Look at Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, look at that, man. They're horrible. You know, the Suns, the Heat, and the Lakers are worse than the Bucks, and the Heat and the Lakers are not on the slate. So this is the second best power forward matchup on the slate, and for that reason, man, I think I am definitely going to have some exposure here to Thaddeus Young at 6.2. Like him here. Bojan is in a solid spot at 5.6. On the other side, Eric Bledsoe at 7.2 is really standing out to me. We've taken a look at what the Bucks okay. The Bucks against point guards, that's a thing. The problem is it's Corey Joseph, and I don't want to play Corey Joseph. But the Pacers, man, have been giving it all the way up. 61.6 over the last 5, 51.6 over the last 10. So they've gotten worse over the last 5 games. And to me, you know, that's a thing, man. That's something that I want to exploit. And that's why, you know, Eric Bledsoe is going to be a guy that I'm going to take a look at, especially if for some reason Giannis is out. He's a game-time decision. And you know what happens. Whenever Giannis is out, bro, we play Eric Bledsoe and Chris Middleton and just keep it fucking moving. Like, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That Depot game is due, man. This is a game where he chopped it up, talking about how nuts for this he's due. Depot is good for a really nice game. So I like this one, man. This is a really solid one. But Bledsoe, if I had to pick my favorite play for this game, on the Indiana side, it'll be Thaddeus Young. On the Milwaukee side, it would definitely be Eric Bledsoe. Let's take a look over on FanDuel and see how the pricing correlates. Yo, I've got a lineup in my head already, bro. We are fucking like combing through this shit. Like I got a lineup in my head already. Look at that. Miles Turner 6K. That's nice. Thad Young 6'4", usable. Vic is 1,100 more on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. So that means FanDuel thinks he's gonna score 50 points. Giannis 11K. Bledsoe is 7.6. So he's priced up some. Middleton is 7.5. Okay, cool. Jabari Parker is 4.9. All right, next game we got. This is another game that I really do like. The Toronto Raptors going to Washington to take on the Wizards. And one dude just really stands out for me here, and it's DeMar DeRozan. Like, this is one of the worst teams in the league against small forwards, and they're not very good against shooting guards. So that's going to cover, multiple areas in terms of what I'm asking DeMar DeRozan to give me. I'm asking him to score the ball some. I'm asking him to give me a little bit of perimeter defense playing at that 3 spot. I'm asking him to rebound a little bit. I'm asking him to be somewhat of a facilitator whenever the homie sits down and he's out there by himself. I'm talking about Kyle Lowry. So DeMar DeRozan, one of my favorite plays from this slate, bro. I really like DeMar DeRozan, and the fact that they've been so bad against small forwards does make me want to look at CJ Miles some. Makes me want to take a look, maybe even at Norman Powell if I'm trying to get real jiggy on a 10-game slate and pay up in some spots. But DeMar DeRozan jumping all the way out of the gym for me, man. On the other side, Serge Ibaka is dead to me, so I'm not gonna play him. But the beautiful thing about this is Markieff Morris can destroy this cat. Like, Markieff Morris can destroy this cat. I want to take a look at what DeRozan has done against him so far, though. All right, okay, look at these 3 games against in 3 games against Washington. 43, 58, 34. I'm cool. I'll take that. I'll take that. If OG is out, lock in CJ Miles. Exactly. If OG is out, CJ Miles. Yes. Yes. And I hope they don't play Norman Powell. I hope they just start CJ Miles. Joe Val versus Gortat. Actually, bro, the Wiz have not really been giving it up to centers, regardless of who's on the floor, whether it's Gortat or whether it's there they are, man. Look at that. Over the last 10 games, 37.7. Over the last 5 games, 31.2. For the season, they've given up 29.4 to the position. Like, it's not, for me, it's not even worth it to play Valanciunas in this spot. It's not. It's not even worth it to play him for me. And it's not like he's been like crushing lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing Valanciunas. Okay, 19, 12, 24, 29, 23. The last time against the Wizards, he had 29, but in 2 games before that, he had 18 and 8. So I'm not on Valanciunas. I'm not trying to take you off him. I'm just telling you, I ain't playing. I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking with that. So, yeah, power forward is a really tough spot for them, for Toronto. So Markieff Morris is going to be in play for me. I may even take a look some at Kelly Oubre Jr. He's out there when they want to go small. Mike Scott does interest me at 3.5. Bradley Beal is 8.3. That's a very solid price point. The fact that he's like the de facto point guard on the team and just has a bunch of usage, gets a bunch of usage. Maybe I can look at Brad Beal too. He's not somebody who I love a lot, but the fact that I like DeMar DeRozan in this game, I think that Brad Beal does come into play as well. So let's go over to FanDuel and have a look at this same game and see what the price points are. DeMar DeRozan is 8.2, so okay, he's priced up. Lowry is 7.8. Valanciunas 6.2. Ibaka dead to me. Powell 3.5. Both of those guys have minimum salary, so you could get a minimum salary starter for the Toronto Raptors tomorrow. You could, whether it's Norman Powell or CJ Miles, and that could be useful. That could be useful. Van Vliet, no, actually, Washington really doesn't give it up much to point guards. Washington is a pretty solid team against point guards, and they've gotten even better defensively. Look at that bottom of the barrel, man. They've got even better defensively since John Wall was gone. Cause see, John Wall, he got solid defensive stats. Like, he could get a couple of blocks from behind. He could get a steal or two. He could do that. But as far as being like an on-ball defender, shutting dudes down, he was not as good as a defender as Thomas Satoransky is. Had another question too about Otto Porter, and you know what? I think that does make sense, because we talk about Markieff Morris, going to be able to exploit that power forward matchup. Well, if Markieff Morris isn't on the floor, then Otto Porter can play some of those minutes at power forward too. So I would look at him before I look at Kelly Oubre Jr. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's a good observation, bro. Otto Porter, yeah. Otto Porter's in play. Otto Porter's now in play for me. All right, so and then Otto is 7.5. He's 7K on FanDuel. I don't know DraftKings, Satorancy, da da da. I don't love a lot of that. Next game we got is gonna be the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Phoenix to take on the Suns. And you think Phoenix would be, oh yeah, Phoenix hit him up anywhere. But I'm gonna tell you something, right? One of the worst fucking teams in the league against shooting guards is the Oklahoma City Thunder. One of the absolute worst. And for that reason, um, and a lot of that has to do with their best defensive player uh, being taken out of the game. Okay, they were giving up 50 over the last 10, but they've tightened up a little bit and given up 44 over the last 5. So they've gotten better somewhat against shooting guards. They have gotten better somewhat against shooting guards. They're really bad now against small forwards. Talking about Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's take a look. Here they are. 52 over the last 5, 40 over the last 10. So they're getting up a 12-point swing over the last 5 games where they were defending small forwards pretty well. So with that being said, that puts Devin Booker in play for me. TJ Warren or Josh Jackson, whoever starts and plays, is going to be in play for me. The Oklahoma City Thunder really struggle against power forwards. So if you want to play Dragon Bender or Marquise Chris, those guys could be in play. But I really like Devin Booker too at 8.4. I can't lie about that. The problem is Phoenix really struggles against power forwards. Well, who do you want to play, man? I'm not playing Carmelo Anthony. Fuck that. He's 6.1 and he's old and he's not good. Take a look at Jeremy Grant off of the bench playing power forward at 3.5. He could get a ton of run if the game does. Whether the game blows out or not, I think Jeremy Grant's gonna be out there, and I think I can use him as a cheap salary saving option. I'm not telling anybody to run out and play fucking Jeremy Grant, but if I've paid up to all the spots that I want, and I get to my last spot, and I'm like, oh shit, I got 3,600 left. What the fuck do I do? Or I've got 3,700 left. What do I do? Or I've got 3,400 left. You know, what do I do? You know, I would move down 100 from somebody and then pay up and get Jeremy Grant. You see what I'm saying? But Booker, man, Booker is one of my favorite plays on the Phoenix side. And Steven Adams at 7.2 is in a very good spot against the Phoenix Suns here. Let's take a look at them. I want to show the numbers for the Phoenix Suns here. They're not like horrible against centers, but they have not been very great. Yeah, right there, the middle of the pack. It's not even worth like going hard about it. Like, oh, Steven Adams. It's not even worth going hard about it. It's really not. So, next game we got. Oh, excuse me. No, let's go to FanDuel to take a look at it. So, like the Mavs don't ever really get blown out, but the Suns are one of those teams I don't think ever really get blown out either. That's kind of true. The Suns haven't been getting blown out as much over the last few games. They really haven't. On FanDuel, be looking, and Russell Westbrook is 11.9, Paul George 8.7, Adams is 7.3, Melo is 100 cheaper. You got Jeremy Grant is 4.3, so he's 800 more. That could mean something. Devin Booker is 8.8. That's still playable. TJ Warren is 7.1. Josh Jackson 5.7. No big discount on those guys. The next game we got is going to be my New York Knicks going to LA. New York to LA, baby, to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. I think there's a lot to like here. I really wish both of these teams were better and in better spots. It's 226.5 point total, and the Clippers are giving up 9.5 to my New York Knicks here, and they do struggle. The Clippers, they do struggle against center. So Enes Kanter at 6.5 could definitely be a play that you look at. They really struggle. They struggle mightily against point guards. So Moutier at 5.3 could be in play if you want to get stupid jiggy and play Frank Nitti at 3.8, thinking he might get the minutes. The problem here is you got Trey Burke, and he's now priced at the 5.1. That is not a good price for Trey Burke, who is not guaranteed, to be the first point guard off of the bench. So, you might want to tread lightly when it comes to those guys. Tim Hardaway Jr. at 6.2. This team does struggle against shooting guards. He would be the one that I would employ if I did want to play shooting guard against the Clippers. On the other side, the mismatches and the problems that they have against guarding certain positions are a little more pronounced. You look at DeAndre Jordan at 7.2, definitely a guy that can go out and get a big double-double against the New York Knicks here. You've got the coach's son at 5.8 in a solid spot. Milos at 4.5 in a solid spot. This team does struggle against point guards. And Sweet Lou Williams, man, at 8.1. I know the price is up on him, but he's a very solid shooting guard play here. Let's take a look. If he's cheaper on FanDuel, I could give him a call, but 8.1 is a lot on DraftKings. So let's take a look. Cantor is 6K. That's definitely playable. He is 500 cheaper. Tim Hardaway Jr. 6.1 is playable. You get Michael Beasley at 5.5. That's cheap Beasley right there, bro. That's kind of cheap Beasley right there. O'Quinn 4.6. Frank Nitti 3.7. That's playable. Moody at 5.1. Trey Burke is 5.4. Nah, you can't do that. On the other side, you got DeAndre Jordan 7.7. Austin Rivers is 6K. That's a little bit much. Milos is 200 cheaper than he is on DraftKings. That can be usable. And Gallinari, Wallace, Evans, A.B. Bradley, all of those guys should be out. So there's not a huge rotation to play with. Is this a pace-up game? Beasley's in play. Well, I'll tell you, the pace of the game is usually dictated by the best player on the court. And this game is probably going to be, Tobias Harris, who gets up and down. It's probably going to be, Tim Hardaway Jr. who gets up and down. So I would see the pace of this game being solid. I would see the pace of this game being solid. I think Wes Johnson got hurt. Like his ankles got taken from him. So I don't understand. I don't know if he's going to be out there. So last game on the slate is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves on a back-to-back, going to Utah to take on the Jazz. And there's a lot to like about this one too. Okay, I gotta be real with you. There's a lot to like about this game too. First thing first is you got Rudy Gobert in a stupid great spot at 6.9. You get him under 7K, even though 6.9 is very usable. My favorite play from this game is gonna be Donovan Mitchell. We look at the Minnesota Timberwolves and what they give up to the shooting guard position, where shooting guard is not that deep a position. But you look at them, man, they're right there, man. They give up 56 to the position, 53 over the last 10, 56 for the last 5. Huge points, 30 points a game, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, almost a double-double to the position. Okay, so this is one of the sexier spots on the slate. So I love Donovan Mitchell at 7.5. He could be a core play for me right now. I kind of like him. On the other side, Jeff Teague at 7.1, definitely a guy that's in play. Karl Anthony Towns at 9.1, definitely in play. He's taken a hit some, and we haven't seen Gobert go out and beat us crazy rim protecting, shot blocking. You can't get shit past me type center. That's not been his game so far this season. He's had some flashes, but some guys have lit him all the way up. So Gobert, Towns, both of those guys are definitely going to be a play for me. I'm not going to play too much around with the bench guys for this game. It's a 210-point total and a 6.5-point differential in favor of the Utah Jazz. So I'm going to grab the guys that I like. Teague, Towns, Gobert, Donovan Mitchell. Those are the guys that I'll be looking at. Maybe Ricky Rubio at 5.9. Rubio could be in play too. Rubio, oh yeah, Gibson got hurt. Yeah, Gibson got hurt. That's right. Gibson did get hurt. So Gorgui Dieng could be in play if he's going to be starting. He started a lot last year. Gorgui Dieng could be starting. So take a look at that. So let's go look on FanDuel and see what some of the price points are, and if they are different, and if they are, by how much, man. How much are we actually saving is what we want to know. Let's go take a look. Towns 10.1, Teague 7.5, Wiggins 6.5, Taj 6K, Crawford, Dieng 4K. You're not getting discounts here. Gobert 7.9. He's 1,000 more on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. That's a usable play, bro. That's most definitely a usable play. Yes, sir. Rubio 6'5". Rubio's 6'5", and he's like 5'9" on DraftKings, so that's usable. All right, let us go over to FanDuel, and let's go ahead, man, and pop off our line in the dribbler, man. Just gonna make this joint and it's gonna be all good. So, point guard plays that we talked about, guys that we really liked. We talked about Jamal Murray a lot, who I do want to get behind. Shooting guards, we love DeRozan, but he was cheaper on DraftKings, a little bit more priced up. He was 7.5. So let's see if was there anybody else. Okay, Donovan Mitchell, our late night hammer. Let's lock him in. At small forward, we did have a couple of guys that we liked. We liked Otto Porter. We felt like he was a solid play. Josh Jackson, if he's going to be starting, could be a decent play. Wilson Chandler is in a really good spot here. With some guys that we liked. Who's some guys that we like? But yeah, we like Batum too. Yeah, we like Jackson. We liked Covington. Yes, Covington. Yo, because I want you to see this now. I want you to see this. You're gonna scratch your head like, what the fuck? Why you like Covington? Well, look at this, man. Look at Charlotte. They suck against small forwards, bro. So it's either Covington or Simmons. I'm gonna take the cheaper one right now. We could revisit that thing and kind of tweak it and turn it, but that's how I'm rocking. Then we got power forward. We did have some love. We had some love for Ben Simmons. We liked Aaron Gordon. We really feel, who do we like? Thaddeus Young was somebody who really stood out to us at 6.4. Yes, that's why I like Thad. Give me Thad. At center, now we in a spot now where we can do what the fuck we want to do. And Drummond, bro. I love Drummond. I love Drummond. Drummond. I love Drummond, bro. Yeah, Powell was a guy we talked about too. Yeah, we gotta put Powell in. Yo, I love Drummond right here. Somebody tell me not to play Drummond. He's my favorite player on the slate. I'm playing Drummond. Love him. All right. So now we talked about power forward. I'm gonna lock in Powell right now because he was cheap. That was a guy that we did like. But then we like Powell and we like Markieff Morris. So we could that's the guy we could change to. If we need more salary, we could change up and play Markieff Morris instead of Thaddeus Young if we want to get jiggy with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Drummond, bro. So back to the point guard spot. Bledsoe was really jumping off for us. Kind of like him. Andrew Harrison, that could be a situation. But see, we need to know what's happening because if Andrew Harrison is out, then we can just throw in Chalmers and we'll be loved. We'll be loved. Dennis Smith Jr., Berea, Austin Rivers, Mudiay at 5.1 could be a nice one. DJ Augustine at 4.9 because we talked about it. And the best spot for the point guards, Denver, Indiana. Look at Indiana, bro. That's especially being a game time decision for man, Bledsoe. Get in there, Bledsoe. So now we got shooting guard and small forward. You got about 5K left per play. What were we thinking in terms of shooting guards? We had Mitchell. We had Fournier was somebody who we liked. He was in a decent spot. He's at 5.8. I can't get behind Fournier. I don't have enough for Booker. I don't have enough for Booker. Kind of like Fournier. So we got 4.3 left for a cheapie. If I can get somebody that's on our look at Dylan Brooks' ass sitting right there. Damn. That's whack. Okay. And see this. I don't like this nothing here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna play. Damn, look at Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is starting though against Denver though. And Dylan Brooks is on the list. Dylan Brooks is on the list. All right, let's get off of Fournier real quick and see. Let's see something right quick. If we can get a little cheaper than Fournier, with a guy that we do. Damn, Dylan Brooks is on the list though. He is. Let's take a look. Jam Crawford, blah. Selden, Bellinelli, Jody Meeks. Nah, there's nothing there. Shooting guard sucks today, bro. Shooting guard is trash. Yep. Dylan Brooks it is. You're in, coach. You're in, kid. Oh, no, no. Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks doesn't have to be in, okay? Dylan Brooks does not have to be in. Because what we can do is we can go to Markeith right here and save some salary. We can go to Markeith right there, or even Millsap, and save some salary. Now, what could we get in terms of, Dylan Brooks here? Jonathan Simmons. Lance Stevenson. Is it worth that? David Nwaba, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I kind of like Nwaba though. And against shooting guards. No, I'm not playing Jonathan Simmons. Jonathan Simmons is whack. He's not gonna play well tomorrow. I don't like Simmons. Let's. I kind of like Nwaba. Let's look at small forwards against. Let's look at small forwards against Dallas. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Oh, bam! Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Come on, Dave. Bam! That's the David Nwaba. That's it. So we got Jamal Murray, Eric Bledsoe, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Fournier, Robert Covington, David Nwaba, Markieff Morris, Dwight Powell, Andre Drummond. That is there. There it is. That's the squad. That's the squad right there. All right. This is the squad. This is the unofficial. This is the unofficial Tishel DFS Sweatshop fan duel lineup. Get him in there. Get this money. Let's keep it 400 with the squad, right? And make some tweaks and turns if you want to, but that's what I'm rolling out. That's gonna be in the dribbler. Yo, big shout out to everybody that enjoyed tonight's stream. Thank you all so much for attending, man. Thank you for burning the midnight oil with me. This has been your DFS Jerusalem. Of course, you can follow me here at the DFS Jerusalem. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Let's always keep it 300. And if you want to get in with us, man, inside of the VIP where we build our DraftKings lineup the same way, we go through with a fine-tooth comb and lay it all in and do the damn thing. There's two ways to do it, man. The first thing you could do, $14.99 a month, monthly recurring fee, 2 quarters, half a cup of coffee, 2 punk ass quarters is what gets you in 1 month at a time. Or you could take a round trip, man. $119.99 get you 365 days access, all access already done to the DFS sweatshop. So come and rock with us, man. We will show you much love, teach you the way, show you everything that we know, and we're gonna go out and keep it 300. Thank you all so much, man. Y'all have a wonderful and profitable Friday night. I'll see the fam inside the VIP. I'll see the rest of y'all Saturday night or Friday night. Peace. We out.